So, hello everyone. My name is Maricela Santana. I am the Environmental Justice Coordinator for EYA, and welcome back to another episode on the Environmental Justice Podcast. Today, we're going to talk about an amazing event that we're going to host again this year on May 1st, and it is the May Day March and Community Celebration. And today, I also want to introduce our newest member to the AI team, Ana Maria.
Hi everyone.
And so Ana Maria is our new program assistant, and she was a previous and still is a environmental justice advocate team, and she just has so much amazing skills. It was part of the community, and so we wanted to bring her on and help out with our programs and our events because there's so much work that goes behind the scenes, and we really wanted to make sure that we do our best to deliver these eventing programs to you all. So I'll give it over to Ana Maria so she could talk a little bit about herself.
Okay, sounds good. So like Marisela mentioned, my name is Ana Maria, and I am currently a advocate, part of the advocate team, which I love. Last year I was part of it as well. Um, like we're gonna go into detail about like more about what the May March is and how it functions. And last year I was part of it as well. An amazing job done by Marisela, and I'm glad that I'm able to join her this year and just helping her out.
Thank you, Ana
Yes.
Maria. Yeah, and you live in Mapton, right?
Yes, I'm from Afton.
Awesome.
Yes.
And you do a lot of work around the community with.
Yes, I do. I work currently for the student government for YVC, and I just like interacting with all of like our students and just like getting to know our students, what are their needs, what are their wants, and also just knowing what we can do as a college to help them out. I also do a lot of more like I help the environmental team and which I love engaging with my community just because like I don't know why not. That's what
Awesome.
yeah.
Thank you, Ana Maria. And yes, so today's episode, we're going to talk about the May Day March and community celebration, which is we're making it one of our core events in EYA. Last year, we had people talk about the May Day March in Yakima, and I really love that a lot of organizations get together and provide resources. And so we wanted to duplicate that here in Sunnyside just because we have a lot of community members, a lot of industries, a lot of workers, either farm workers, daycare providers, that work really hard and really deserve the recognition they need on this day. And so that's why we did this march because we want to support here locally in the Lower Yakima Valley through Mapton, Sunnyside, Granger, and Grandview, and not only just do a march and highlight our workers in our community, but also provide resources. Last year we did resource tabling. We had food vendors, we had music, and it was just a really nice time to be in community because I think it's hard when it's like, especially right now, there's like just so many things going on. We're
Yes.
like, there's so many protests and marches, and
Yes.
it's like bringing awareness to a lot of those issues, but like also like we need a break.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to like do a community celebration where like people eat good food. We had like good like potato bowls last year.
Oh
That's also
yes.
gonna be, yeah, this year. And so I'm like, after the march, everybody's like, hungry and thirsty. And so there's going to be like agua fresca. So it's like, okay, like, let's like celebrate and rejuvenate. And we're going to have some amazing performers that I'm going to talk a little bit later on. But this also like I want you to learn more about what the May Day March is in this episode because I really want you as a community member to join us because the more people we have out there, the more recognition we're gonna have for these workers, the stronger our voices will be. So I really hope that in this episode you could really connect with some of the work that we're doing and really join us in this collective movement because I know Ana Maria was telling about like the work that we do, but like we couldn't have done it with the environmental justice advocate team, a lot of our volunteers that did this event, and it's because a lot everybody put in the work to make sure it was like something that community enjoyed. And so that's something that if you're interested, and we really encourage you to come out, because the more that you come out and share your voices, the more resources get back into the community, and the more people really see how like our community is really strong, and we deserve the protections for our workers, and the resources that we need to protect us from issues that are around us, including like environmental issues. But yeah, so I'm gonna go into right now a little bit about like the history of the May Day March, and talk about like why we're doing it. Because a lot of it, we wanted to take some time to be like, okay, this is why we're doing this May Day March, and let people to understand like why this is important. So that way you all could like feel connected to this work. But the history of the May Day March is like it's done throughout the whole United States, throughout the country. They're doing it in Yakima. Seattle's doing a May Day March, and so it's like just it's kind of like other protests that they done, but like for May Day March, it's like okay, how much recognition all over the country we could do to support our workers, and so the history around it is that it's an International Workers' Day, to celebrate the workers and all the labor that they have done in our communities. And specifically here in our Lower Yakima Valley, we want to highlight, our farm workers, all the agriculture, small businesses, that provide food in our tables, small farmers, daycare providers, our workers in the food industries, our healthcare workers, workers that, our truckers is big around here. There's a lot more that, sorry if I'm missing some of our local groups here, but just a lot of everybody here in our community. I
Yes.
don't know, Ana Maria, if you know other or workers here, organizations too, that we want to like uplift them in.
I think you have mentioned the ones that
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
and yeah, I feel like there's more out
Hmm.
there that I do have to like
Hmm.
do get to know a lot more,
Yeah.
because yeah, you've mentioned most of the ones that I know, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Like just like it's like a united effort to like how can we make sure our workers are protected, because I think that's the biggest part right
Hmm.
now. It's like especially like our farm workers, making sure they're protected from like the pesticides that are being used,
Yes.
like climate change because of like the hot weather in the summer, and
Hmm.
having access to water, but it also has to do with like how can we continue protecting our workers through like livable wages,
Yes.
especially like for people that work in food industries and daycare providers, having access to healthcare,
Yes.
and then also, protection of like, oh, like your worker, you need to be respected as a worker, be given your lunch break, your breaks when you're needed, and your safety overall. So, like, really uplifting those voices in our communities, because we have different unions here. Also, the teachers as well,
Yeah.
are a big part of our community. So we really want to invite teachers, food industry, truckers, anybody that identifies as a worker, to like really emphasize that like, yeah, we're literally the ones that like uplift our communities
Yes.
and provide these resources. People that work night shifts, like there's just so many people here that people don't know of, and
Yes.
so it's like this is a moment to like really share, like I'm here, and like my work needs to be respected, because it's all like contribution, and that's why it's like breaking apart from like there's this misconception like these big companies run everything, but like no, like it's like the small workers here in our
Yes.
community that all like unite everything from the teachers to the healthcare workers. So we really wanted to emphasize that. And then also too, because we are collaborating with our environmental justice advocate team, we want to connect that to our environment. So
Yes.
like our workers need a healthy environment, our families do, and if we don't have that, it's going to be hard for us to work and be safe. And so we want to pair that with protecting our environment here in the Lower Yakima Valley. So make sure like we have clean air, clean water, protection equipment, because the healthier we are, the more the best we can do to do our work.
Yeah.
And a lot of these industries don't respect our environment, and we want to like ensure that our environment is protected, that state agencies protect um, our communities here, and enforce a lot of these laws that need to be enforced. So that's a little bit history. That's some of the reasons why we're doing this, and then the
Yes.
reasons, like, okay, like this recognition, but like let's celebrate our community, our workers, have some good food, let's
Yes.
connect with each other, because there's not a lot of spaces to connect with each other, especially bringing families.
Yes.
So it's gonna be a space for families, for children, to really just enjoy the time after the march, and just like connect with one another, because like I feel like the if we're isolated, we can't really come together to address issues.
Yes.
So like this event's gonna be important to like really connect with other people.
Yep.
Ana Maria, I wanted to talk to you about too, like your experiences with the May Day March last year, and like why, you know, it's important to you, or like why people should come out.
I think definitely community, you should come out and just celebrate this event that we're having, just because like everybody relates to this. Everybody. Just if like Marisela said, from a teacher to our farmer workers to just in general everybody that works, and it's not just like the whole like big corporations. No, it's the little details into putting into all of this. Like we do every little details, us as communities, us as um, we work hard in order for us to be where we're at, and I feel like that should be celebrated. And definitely come out to the May March, just because I love it. It's a way of connecting with your community, connecting with getting to know new people, getting to network. There's people, we're going to have a resource table where you can learn a lot more things, know what we have in our community. um, and as this community, we have to know what we have, what resources we have, and how those resources can help us. Maybe not now, but down the road, we might encounter a problem that we might need um, like help, and maybe you might network there and create a new contact. And yeah, that's why I believe all of us should come to the May March, and yeah, and have some fun and some good food. I am so happy that we're gonna be having the potato.
Yeah.
Yes, so yeah, definitely do come and taste those potatoes.
Yeah, from Garza's barbecue.
Yes,
Yes, it's so good.
yes, they're really good. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get into the details for the May Day March, and we invite the whole community, students, come please support this event. And so we really can't do it with the support of the community. So we really hope that you could really come out and support this and enjoy the event. So I'm going to get into about the event details. So it's going to be on Friday, May 1st. And first, we're going to start with the May Day action, which is supporting the windmill boycott and este at windmill mushrooms. And there's a lot of history around that. There's a lot of farm workers and workers there that have been you know discriminated by, and they also had a lawsuit where they had to really the lawsuit was around workers rights and them not following the workers rights. And so a lot of the workers there want to feel respected, and so we're gonna start the boycott there at 2 p.m. at the Windmill Farms, and we'll make sure to provide the description of the locations in the description. And so that's going to be at 2 p.m. to support the windmill workers. So we really hope that you could come out and support that boycott, because we really hope that they can reach a union, a contract, and get their needs met, and have those protections and those resources that they need by their employers. And then after that, we're going to have our main May Day March at 3:30 p.m. at the Sunnyside Community Center. And so we're going to start there, and we're going to include too a map of where the march will be at, where we're going to start. And so we're going to start by a tree, and that's where we're partnering up to with the Danza Azteca group called Ciudad Tonali, who is going to do a prayer for us, and connect with our indigenous roots and open up the march for us. And then after that, we're gonna do the march, and then after that, after the march is done around 4:30 p.m. we're gonna head back to the community center. It's going to be a loop, so we're gonna start at the community center, go down south towards East South Hills Road, and then go up to East Lincoln Ave, cross the street, and then walk down back to the community center. So it's gonna be roughly a mile, and then from there, we're gonna Ciat Tonali Danza Azteca group is gonna do some danzas for us and welcome our community um, back into the community center, and that's where we're gonna have some celebration and have everybody connect to resources. And so after the march, we're gonna have the celebration from 4:30 to 7 p.m. We're gonna have ballet folklorico from the AC Damas. We're gonna have two charritos that are gonna sing for us, Lino Juan Rios and then Kiki Cervantes. So please come and support the youth as well. Connect with culture, with music, and just have a nice time with that. And then we also want to thank our partners too who are being part of the May Day March, the May Day March Latino Community Fund, Poder Latinx, United Farm Workers Foundation, Rural Americans United, and then so much more that are going to help support this May Day March. So, we want to make sure this is a collective effort and bring in other partners as well. So you guys connect with them. They have amazing resources as well. And then we're gonna have two amazing food vendors. Ana Maria was talking about Garza's Barbecue, which will be again there this year, and we'll have Aguas Frescas de Cari, Dulce y Limón, El Farros M and Jay's Catering, and then we'll have other food vendors. I Make Stuff, which is gonna have crochets, and then Tacos Los Primos Chulos will also be there, and then we have another two doing like hot dogs and stuff. And so yes, so we'll have food vendors so you guys could come and enjoy some food, and then but also most importantly will be the resource tabling, which will have resource tables sharing information about employment, healthcare, financial, and so there will be so much more of that information there. And then we're also gonna have a community raffle. It's gonna be a free raffle with some amazing gifts to give out to the community because we know that we want to give back out to resources.
Yes.
And then we're gonna also have some children's activities there so that the children can enjoy the event as well. And so that's going to be from 4:30 to 7 p.m. And we really hope to see you there. We
Yes.
hope to see you at the May Day March,
Yes.
at the boycott, and we hope that you're there and come celebrate and support the community.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Please do come.